Hi kids, in this video I am going to take up the chapter Equation of a Straight Line. Before we start with the exercise, let me first clear some few concepts. The first one is angle of inclination. What do you mean by angle of inclination? Say if this is a graph given to you, this is the x-axis, this is x dash line, this is y and this is y dash, this is the origin. Okay, if an inclined line, say for example this is an inclined line, it makes an angle with the x-axis. So here also it is making an angle, here also it is making an angle. So which angle should we take? It is always measured in an anti-clockwise direction. It shows in the anti-clockwise direction. If you go like this becomes your clockwise direction. So this becomes your angle of inclination. Always angle of inclination is an inclined plane where it makes an angle with the x-axis and it is measured in a anti-clockwise direction. Now, then comes the question, what is the inclination of x-axis? So, if it is x-axis, what is the angle? The angle is 0, correct? Now, what if a line is parallel to x-axis? Does it make an angle? No. So, the angle is again, the angle of inclination over here is again 0. What is the inclination of the y-axis? Since it is vertical line, so how does it form? It forms 90 degree. So here the inclination of the y-axis is 90 degree. What if a line is parallel to y-axis? What is the inclination? The inclination is 90 degree. Okay. Then the important terms that we are going to use in this chapter is slope, or it is also called as gradient. What do you mean by slope? Whatever angle a line makes with the x-axis in an anti-clockwise direction, which is represented by theta. Say for example, an inclined line is like this, anti-clockwise direction, so this becomes your theta. Okay, so what is the slope? The slope is always measured as tan theta. Whatever angle of inclination you have found or is given in the question, that into that tan theta. So if the theta value is 60 degree, so the slope would be tan 60. Okay, this is one formula to find slope when the angle of inclination is given to you. But what if the angle of inclination is not given to you? How will you find the slope? Say for example, 2 points are given to you. This is point A, this is point B. This is x1, y1, which are the coordinates. Here the coordinates are x2 and y2. Okay, to find slope, the next formula is y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So there are only two formulas to find the slope. One is when the angle of inclination is given, which is tan theta, and the other one is when two coordinates are given to you. It is y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. Now think what would be the slope of x-axis. The slope of x-axis would be 0. Why? Because the angle of inclination is 0. So tan 0 is 0. What would be a line? What would be the slope of a line parallel to x-axis? The angle of inclination is 0. So the slope is also 0. What would be the slope of y-axis? Now y-axis means it is 90 degree. Right? So what is tan 90 degree? Tan 90 degree is not defined. So the slope is not defined. Okay? What is the slope of a line which is parallel to y-axis? Parallel to y-axis, again this would be 90 degree. So again it is not defined. In short, we can say that the slope of a vertical line is not defined. Okay, I hope it's clear. Then we come to the word called as collinear. What do you mean by collinear? So, collinear means 3 or more points lie on the same line. Where 3 or more points lie on the same line, it is called as collinear points. Now, how will you check whether these points are collinear point or not? Say point A is given, point B is given, point C is given, and they have given the coordinates x1, y1, here x2, y2, here x3, y3. The coordinates are given. They have asked you the condition. What is the condition? Understand. How will you judge whether they are collinear points or not? So, the slope of AB should be equal to slope of BC. Then only we can say that these 3 points are collinear points, when slope of AB is equal to slope of BC. I hope it's clear. Come on. Then we come to intercepts. What do you mean by intercept? Say, this is the graph given. Okay. Now, if a line intersects this is origin, this is A, this is B. If a line intersects means it cuts the x-axis at a point. So, this becomes your OA is your x-intercept. And OB becomes your y-intercept. It is this line cuts this y-axis at point B. So, this becomes your y-intercept and this becomes your x-intercept. Now, how do you put the coordinates for the point which is A? So, here the coordinate would be x0. Here the coordinate would be 0, y. So, if a point is on the x-axis, always the coordinate would be 0 and value of y. And if it is on the x-axis, it would be x0. Okay, I hope it's clear. Chalo. Let's come to equations of the line in various form. The first one is, what is equation of a x-axis? Equation of a x-axis is always y is equal to 0. Okay. What is the equation of the y-axis? It is always x is equal to 0. Listen kids, I am not talking about slope. I am not talking about angle of inclination. I am talking about equation. So, equation of the y-axis is x is equal to 0. Now, what is the equation of a line parallel to x-axis? Say for example, this is the x-axis. I draw a line parallel to x-axis. Say this is origin. Now over here the distance is say a units. So it is based on, it is passing through y. So over here the line, the equation of a line parallel to x-axis would be y is equal to a, this one. What is the equation of a line parallel to y-axis? Now if this is y-axis, I draw a line parallel to this. So if the distance is b over here, it is passing from the x-axis. So this equation would be x is equal to b. Remember it again. Equation of x-axis is y is equal to 0. Y-axis is x is equal to 0. Line parallel to x-axis is y is equal to u. Say for example, if this would have been 4 units, so y is equal to 4. If this would have been 5 units, so x is equal to 5. Okay, come on. Then the one is slope intercept form. What do you mean by slope intercept form, and when are you going to use the slope intercept form? When our slope is given to you, and when we talk about intercept, we mean only y-intercept, not the x-intercept. Okay, so when slope and y-intercept is given to you, the equation is y is equal to mx plus c. See, if it's an equation, you need variables. X and y are the variable. M is represented, slope is always represented by small m. and C is represented by y-intercept. Y-intercept is represented by C. So y and x, since it's an equation, they are the variables. You will not fill any value for that. So the first one is slope-intercept form, which is y is equal to mx plus c, where m is the slope and c is y-intercept. Okay, come on now. The next equation is point slope form. Second equation is point slope form. So this equation, when are you going to use? You are going to use when slope is given to you and one of the coordinate, one of the point is given to you. Say for example, I say point A is given to you, which is x1 and y1. Then we are going to use this slope intercept point slope form. Slope intercept, you need slope and y-intercept. Point slope form, slope and any one point is given to you. What is the equation? It is y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. Now, what is y1 and x1? They are the coordinates of the point. What is m? M is the slope. And x and y, since it's an equation, it has to be in the variable form. Is it clear? Now comes the third one. The third one is 2-point slope. 2-point form. Now, as the name suggests, 2 points. That means 2 coordinates will be given to you and you have to find the equation. Say for example, point A is given to you, which is x1 and y1. Point B is given to you, which is x2 and y2. Then how will you find? So the formula is y minus y1 upon x minus x1 is equal to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. Does this remind you of something? Yes, this formula is of slope. So in short, we are using 2-point form from point slope only, right? So easier way. So x1 and y1 you will substitute here. x2, y2 also will substitute. What remains intact would be x and y. You are not going to substitute any value for x and y. So these are the 3 equations based on the conditions given in the question. You are going to make use of these 3 formulas to write the equation. Okay, till now we have done most of the concepts. Now I will be starting with the exercise. Let's do few questions, children, from exercise 14A from R.S. Agarwal. I'll be doing few questions which are not repeated, so you can just do those sums. Okay, let's do question number 2. If the slope of a line joining P, which is K3, and Q, which is 8 minus 6. So 2 coordinates are given, P and Q, and the slope is given as minus 3 upon 4. Slope is minus 3 upon 4. Coordinates given is P and Q. So what is the formula to find slope? Slope is equal to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. Let's take this as x1 and y1. This as x2 and y2. Okay, so slope is already given. So minus 3 upon 4 is equal to y2 is minus 6 minus y1 is 3 upon x2 is 8 minus k. So this will become minus 3 upon 4 is equal to minus 9 upon 8 minus k. Cross multiply, minus 3 into 8 minus k is equal to minus 36. Now, open the bracket, minus 24, minus 3 into minus k is plus 3k is equal to minus 36. So 3k is minus 36 plus 24. 3k is equal to minus 12. So k is equal to minus 4. Yes? Now let's do the next one. Let's do question number 4, children. Find the value of k such that the points P, Q and R are collinear. So what is the condition for collinear? The condition is slope of 3 points are P, Q, R. So slope of P, Q should be equal to slope of Q, R. Okay. Now first thing you will find slope of PQ. What is the slope of PQ? Let's take this as x1, y1, this as x2, y2. What is the formula? y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So it is minus 5 minus 1 upon 2 minus k, which is minus 6 upon 2 minus k. Same way, let's find slope of QR. Again, y2 minus y1, minus 3 minus of minus 5 will become minus 3 plus 5 upon k minus 2 minus 2. So this would be 2 upon k minus 4. Okay, now the slopes are equal since they are collinear. So that means minus 6 upon 2 minus k is equal to 2 upon k minus 4. Now cross multiply, minus 6 into k minus 4 is equal to 2 into 2 minus k. Open the bracket, minus 6k plus 24 is equal to 4 minus 2k. Bring this to this side, minus 6k plus 2k is equal to 4 minus 24. Minus 4k is equal to minus 20. So k is equal to minus 20 divided by minus 4, which is 5. Yes, I hope it's clear. Come on, let's do the next one. Yes kids, let's do question number 5. Find the equation of a line which is parallel to x-axis and passing through the point minus 3 and 2. First thing, remember, what is the equation of a line parallel to x-axis? The equation of a line parallel to x-axis is y is equal to 0. Correct? Now, from which point is this passing? This is passing from minus 3 and 2. So, if y is equal to 0, I plot a graph. Minus 3, minus 1, minus 2 and say this is minus 3. This is 1, this is 2. So, the point is over here. So, y is equal to 0. It is parallel to x-axis. That means the line will pass from here. So, in short, we can write that the equation would be y is equal to 2, or we can write y minus 2 is equal to 0. So, understand the easier way, line parallel to x-axis is y is equal to 0. What is the coordinate of y over here? It is 2. So, therefore, y is equal to 2 or y minus 2 is equal to 0. Okay, chalo, let's go to the next one. Let's do question number 6, children. Find the equation of a line parallel to y-axis. What is the equation of a line which is parallel to y-axis? It is x is equal to 0. Correct? This is the equation. And it is passing through the point minus 7, 5. So, when it is passing through the point this, what is the x coordinate? It is minus 7. So, the equation would be x is equal to minus 7, or we can write x plus 7 is equal to 0. Whenever the lines are parallel to y-axis or x-axis and a coordinate is given to you, you can make use of this coordinate to write the equation. Okay? Let's do question number 6. Find the equation of a line whose inclination is 30 degree. Inclination is 30 degree. That means you have to find the slope. How do you find the slope? Slope is tan theta. What is theta over here? 30 degrees. So, slope is tan 30. Slope is represented by small letter m. So, tan 30 is 1 upon root 3. Okay. And y-intercept is given as minus 2. Y-intercept is written as small c, which is minus 2. Now, slope is there, y-intercept is there. Which equation will you use? You will use the slope-intercept form. And how do you write in the slope-intercept form? Y is equal to mx plus c. So this would be y is equal to m is 1 upon root 3 into x plus c is minus 2. Okay. Take the LCM. Y is equal to x. This will become minus 2 root 3 the whole upon root 3. Correct. Now bring this root 3 to this side. So this will become root 3y is equal to x minus 2 root 3. Now all the numbers, variables on one side. So root 3y minus x plus root 3 is equal to 0. This becomes your equation. Yes kids, let's go to the next question. Question number 9. Find the equation of a line which makes an angle of 60 degree. So what is slope? Slope is tan 60. What is the value of tan 60? Tan 60 is root 3. Okay. With the positive direction of x-axis, always the angle of inclination has to be made with the x-axis and it passes through the point P, which is 0 and minus 3. Now over here what information is given to you? Slope is given to you and a point is given to you. So you will use point slope form for writing the equation. What is point slope form? Y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. Okay. Now remember, y and x are the variables. Take this as x1 and this as y1. So y minus, what is y1? Minus 3. M is root 3. X is 0. X dash is 0. So this will become minus into minus will become plus, smiley. So plus. So y plus 3 is equal to x root 3. Root 3 into 0 is 0. Now bring everything to one side. So y minus x root 3 plus 3 is equal to 0. This becomes your equation. Yes kids, we'll end the video over here. We'll continue in my next part. Till then, stay connected, stay safe and thanks for watching.